Good morning, friends. I wanted to talk to you today about the next holiday that's coming up. It is going to happen on Wednesday, April 29th. It's called Yom Ha'atzmaut. It is Israel's Independence Day or Israel's birthday. That day, we're going to celebrate Israel becoming a state 72 years ago. Now, Israel is important to us because it is the home of the Jewish people. And, a lot of the Torah stories Miss June has told you about happened there. And so I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about Israel and what's so great over there. It's so fun to visit. I've gotten to go twice. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about Israel and the places I got to see and the things I got to do. When you first get to Israel, well, it's a really long plane ride, about 14 hours. And the airport is in Tel Aviv, which is a great big huge city with lots of skyscrapers and beautiful beaches. When I went on my trip with Miss Rachel and Miss Julie, we got to stay at a really nice hotel right on the beach. It was so much fun getting up in the morning and going to walk on the beach. If you like the beach, Israel has a lot of those for you to enjoy. The funny thing about Israel is it's really a very teeny tiny place. It's way smaller even than the state of Kansas or the state of Missouri. It's about a third the size of Kansas, the whole state. So it's actually pretty easy to get around the whole state because it doesn't take you very long. Well, like I said, Tel Aviv is a very modern city and lots of fun things to do besides the beach. There's a lot of shopping. Their shopping's a little bit different. They do have a few malls there, but they have a lot of areas they call the shuk, which is a market. And at the market, they have all kinds of things, beautiful fresh vegetables, clothes, all kinds of things. It's a fun place to visit, lots of different things to see. And then, of course, Jerusalem is the capital or the big city there. And that is where part of the oldest part of the Jewish history is. The Kotel is there, one of the walls from the old temple way, over 2,000 years ago. And it's a wonderful city. It has really, really old parts and really, really new parts. It makes it a very interesting city to walk around. It's fun to walk around and look at the new houses and then look at some of the older neighborhoods. Almost everything is built out of what's called Jerusalem stone, which is a special stone that is over there. The interesting thing about Jerusalem stone is in the sunlight, it looks kind of golden. And that's why Jerusalem is sometimes called the city of gold, because almost everything is built out of that Jerusalem stone. And if you'll notice, we do have a wall in our shared space made out of Jerusalem stone, made to look like the Kotel. And when we come back there, it's a fun place to visit and just say a little prayer. Of course, Israel does have a lot of different kinds of landforms like the desert. And it was really interesting. We got to take our bus through the desert, and we did get to see some camels. Now, of course, some people ride on them. I did not get to ride on one, but I got to see them walking around, and that was fun enough for me. One of the other special places that was so much fun to visit, I would love to go back, is the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is the lowest place on earth, and it's saltiest. It's called the Dead Sea because nothing can grow in it, and no animals like fish. There's no fish that can live in it. Now, the cool thing about the Dead Sea is you don't have to know how to swim. You can just float on the water. And I did buy a couple of things there. I bought some Dead Sea salt to put in my bath. Now, I wonder if I put this in my bath, am I going to be able to float? I don't know, but it's supposed to be really good for your skin at least. And I'll let you know if I float. The other thing people go there for is to put mud on their skin. Now, I bought some. I haven't used it yet, but I bought some. It's supposed to be really, really good for your skin, but it is mud, really, really dark mud. One of these days, I'll try it. Some of the other things I bought while I was there, I bought this camel. This camel is made out of olive wood. Now, olive wood, there's a lot of products in Israel made out of olive wood because the wood is so unique in the light and the dark in the same tree. Plus, olive trees look really cool when they're growing. Their trunks are very knotty and they have swirls. They're not just straight like a lot of ours. Another art form there's a lot of in Israel are mosaics. Mosaics are when you take teeny tiny pieces of something and you make something out of it. This is a camel here, but there's all kinds of mosaic art in Israel. There's even a special I want to say forest. It's a special park up in Sapori that is kind of an ancient area, a couple thousand years old, where they have discovered mosaics on the floors, and some of it was actually part of a road. It's a really interesting park to visit. Also up north is the Galilee Sea and some hills. It's also a little cooler up north, so it's nice up there. And then there's even mountains up there at the very tippy top of Israel. There's a mountain where you can actually go skiing. So just think, it's interesting. The top of Israel, it can be cool. It can be cold enough to snow. At the bottom, it's desert and hot, hot, hot all the time. There's lots of cool things about Israel, the homeland of the Jewish people, and we'll talk more about it next week when it's their actual birthday. Until then, I'll see you later.